yo. Dang. Yeah, bro. Right, welcome everybody. Well, welcome something. I don't know. Let's get fucking into it, bro.
Tube algorithm.
There you go, Algo. What up, Algo? What up, Algo? Alright. Is that sucker on? Let's just check if that sucker's on. Hope you ladies and germs are doing good.
Let's do a little check as well.
Yeah, I just did that. Bruh.
How is that sounding?
Yeah, sounding good. Sounding good. What's up? All right, let's go have a little butchers here. What's going on in the world today? Fucking.
No, you got it. My voice is still too quiet.
All right, I got you. It's peeking out correctly, but I'll pop you a bit up.
That's not coming on the stream though. You can't hear me over. It's very quiet.
Okay, no, is it good?
Let me just check. Yo. Yeah, I think that's good.
Sweet. Yeah, it's because I cut it through Discord. Anyway, all right. So we got 10 minutes until my first position of the day. So let's have a little look at what's going on. I want to get this a little bit bigger here. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. We can do that. I can do that. We got screen real estate. So sponsors notice. We got you. Okay. Not going to run down on everything, but what I am going to have a look at today is Tanuki's got some new shit going on. So they got live stuffs. Thank you, Flubbed. I was just calling you Fluffed. Thanks, Flubbed.
What's that, sorry?
I was saying Tanuki's got some new feature release today. That's a live
yep.
derived price. So I don't know what that fucking means, but sounds cool. Right now we are at the highest net volume so far for the day. What's the VIX looking like? Frickin' out. I heard the way the VIX was described this morning by somebody else was it's a measure of fear. And that's actually a better way to look at it. So VIX is the measure of fear in the marketplace. And today we're sitting at 116, so very high. Still again over 100. That means that I'm going to have to cut my position short as usual. It seems like every fucking day I have to do it right now. But yeah, we'll keep it at that. Let's see what our push levels are like today. We figured out why we're not rendering properly on the 20 minutes, but that's okay. That's okay. Push pre-market is off. What are we sitting at on the skew? Minus 62 again. We're right up here at the push T2, so we're at T2 today. This is good. We've got 4 minutes left on potential positions, and we are halfway between 606. Yeah, so we're 606.50. That is the entry, 606.50 today. Let's go quickly update our extremes. What the new options levels are looking like. All right, so we just basically squeezed the zone. That's it. And then let's have a butchers here at the future. Let's make sure that this translates over. That should squeeze down. Yep, there it is. Okay, cool. So we actually have a bull zone today, which is pretty cool. Didn't have one yesterday. 4 minutes. Hence why I don't trade that fucking first breakout candle of the day. I don't know why these freaking people from Iran are still like being angry. They get their ass kicked, dude. It was so funny. I saw a video on Asmon last night, dude. Iran, like 2 years ago, fucking celebrating the fact that they've got this nuclear powered ship that doesn't have to refuel for like a year and it can stay out in the ocean. And it was just blown to pieces like 2 days ago, bro. The bottom of the ocean right now.
Yeah, right.
So they don't have a navy anymore. They don't have a military, basically. All their leaders are getting fucking mowed down by the Mossad. Those Israeli crazy fucks. I would not want to fuck with the Israeli army. They're some crazy bastards. Ever since that pager incident. You ever read about that pager incident? That was cool. Damn, that was cool. You hear about that, Flub? The pager thing.
No.
No, they took over the supply line because the I can't remember what country it was. It was like Iran or one of these crazy fools. And they like for like years they infiltrated the supplies, and these guys didn't want to use cell phones, mobile phones, because they knew that they could be tracked and stuff. So they went old school with like radios and walkie-talkies and pages. And the Israelis took over the supply line for these pages, bro, and they installed these small little fucking brutal bombs inside these pages. And then on one day, when everyone thought it was like cool, like a couple of years later, they just started detonating these things, bro. And these dudes were just getting blown apart remotely from Israel, just setting them off randomly. So these dudes just standing in like shopping lines and stuff like that. Crazy bastards. Okay, 2 minutes left. Yeah, I've got 2 minutes left. We've got to either pop below 603.50 or we need to pop above 606.62. What up, two viewers? It might just be me, but hey, if it is, hey, what up? It's
not me. Oh,
what up?
No,
what
I
up,
think
Tony?
one is me.
Yeah, what up, Tony? So we have to pop up a little bit higher. I use that 20 minute for the open. I love that 20 minute open. Let's go check out the 5 minutes here. We should actually get those. There's an issue with the trackers in the way that they get calculated at market open and the start of the new day. So I'm still trying to figure out how to fix that. It's got to do with the function that gets used. Let's have a look at some news quickly. Iran, blah blah blah. Semi-official. Yeah. Jeez, dude, and I never even remembered that the US has got those crazy nuclear submarines. Damn. Good luck.
Yeah, bro, they can cruise fucking forever.
Good luck.
Fucking
that, bro. Okay, 1 minute, 20 seconds to go. Doesn't look like any positions are going to be open up at the open for me. We do have a high volatility level down here at 24,806. What is a high volatility level? It's exactly that. That's a place where the options market needs to either hedge, flip its bias, or do a lot of work to keep their positions in check. So we've now just closed on that first 20 minutes. You'll see, in fact, what I want to do quickly is I just want to note these lines down here, because my 20-minute time frame doesn't always give me the best. It's only a 30 minutes, an hour, anything like that works perfectly. So that's kind of my range right now for the Momo. Yesterday we waited hour and a half, hour 45, maybe even 2 hours, take our first position, but man, it was good to get it. It's good to get it. Gotta get it, got it good. Oh, I just thought of something. I can just do this. No, I can't.
What?
I'm screwed. I need that. I need that snip tool. Those things the Jewish doctors use. Where are you? I need more juice. Okay, excellent. There it is. Okay, so we're setting Purdy at the moment, just kind of chilling. Nothing to do, nothing to do, nothing to see. Man, why does the snipping tool suck so ass? So ass. While we wait, let's go through some of the things that are going on in the world. So, in 3 minutes, we got the PMI coming out. It's the Purchasing Manufacturers Index. It's a gauge of inflation and confidence and stuff like that. It's a whole bunch of other technical stuff, but no one really cares about it. What we're trying to look for here is outliers in terms of the forecast and then the actual results. So, ISM as well. These are big hitting items. What's the metals market doing today? Floating. Definitely something going on. Metals are keeping their CBD.
Look how that just turned around on T2 on the Qs.
Yep. Hey, I don't know why, but I mean, you could argue today at least of all the days here was a Gex level, but generally it's not much to argue with. It's always like bang on. Let's look out quickly. So 1 day, 2 days. Let's take off the key levels. So the market is adjusting slightly. It was super neg for a while, but we've kind of gone a bit more positive.
Amazon's up. Meta.
Let's see where all of our stonks are. Yeah, okay, so Amazon's actually broken through a lot of the options markets levels and it's squeezing. We've got some positive on Nvidia as well, but Nvidia's got to break that and hold now above that 170. Apple dumping on the news of their new Apple Neo laptops. Pretty strange. What's this? The Mag 7, I think it is. The Mag 5 or something. But that's kind of holding. My top 10. It's my own little, if anyone's interested, that's how you get it. And all I'm basically doing is just plowing together all of the different stonks into a plus edition with TradingView, because TradingView can do that. It's pretty cool. Google at the bottom of a decision zone. Microsoft, good old Bill I Love Epstein Gates. This company's doing good as usual. Also squeezing, getting rejected. Tesla struggling to get that all important 420.
Bro, have you seen ChatGPT's like 200 and something, I don't know, 1,000 unsubscriptions in like since they took that government contract because they got rid of Anthropic. And so it turns out OpenAI were having a conversation with the American government already before Anthropic officially got kicked off. So they already knew this shit was going to happen. And then, boom, they jumped straight on it. And everyone's like, what the fuck? So everybody started unsubscribing and cancelling their fucking orders or their subscriptions with ChatGPT, bro.
You know, we were talking earlier about like the rise of AI, especially in my industry, coding and stuff like that. And I see a lot of like kind of purists saying, you know, AI is not going to take my job. It's not going to take my job. The problem is those stupid fools are probably using ChatGPT. And out of all of the AIs, and trust me, I've battle tested them all very hard. I've pushed them all to their limits. I've paid for all the pro versions. ChatGPT by far is the worst the worst of the lot when it comes to coding. So if people are getting their opinions on what AI looks like from ChatGPT, fuck, you guys are you're setting yourselves up for some shit, dude. Go and test out Claude. Go and test out anti-gravity. Damn, anti-gravity is good, bro. I paid for that pro version of banana, that nano banana. Oh my gosh, bro. They some killer videos and killer pictures. My kids used to joke, oh, we can always tell the difference with AI pictures, bro. I took individual pictures of all of us, and I told Nano Banana, make a family portrait. It made the family portrait, and I went up to the same one of my same kids, and I was like, hey, dude, don't you remember when we were, here at this thing over here? He's like, yeah, I remember that. I was like, no, you don't, because this never existed. We are there. We are there now. So you can't tell the difference anymore. Nano Banana is so good, and obviously we're not even talking about Sora yet. Okay, getting a little pumpsky. What came out? PMI came out slow, so that's deflationary. I hate these days this 15-minute delay between the ISM and the PMI. Fuck, it's irritating. You just never know when to jump in at this point. So deflationary numbers on both of them. Points again, and this is like a very broad way of looking at it. This just means the economy is kind of contracting a bit. The Fed needs to support. The Fed only has two mandates in the world: maximum employment and price stability. And when the employment looks like it's going to suffer, or it looks like things are going to get squirrely on prices and inflation is going to rise, that's when people start to take numbers like 51.7, and they were forecasting 52. That means that we have a little bit of contraction here. That means that the Fed's likely going to try and drop rates to pick up the economy. And when you drop rates, you drop the long-term borrowing rates of all of these companies, and that just means that the pumpy pumps are going to happen. What happens when people get cheaper borrowing? You think they're going to plow it back into the company? No. What they're going to do is they're going to buy their own flipping stock. So all these companies, all these prices for all these companies are not true. This is not the market. This is not a free and open market. The price of Amazon is led mainly by Amazon buying its own stocks back. Don't believe me? Go look what happened during the COVID. 21 trillion got given basically for free to these huge organizations, and all they did was just buy their own stock. Right, we're at a call resistance. Let's actually do an update quickly on Tanuki. Tanuki gives us the ability to do more than just 5 updates a day, because that's the limitation on the TradingView API, and that should shrink. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we're right at the top of the bull zone. What do I mean by the top of the bull zone? We're probably squeezing if we go and look at the details here. Well, we were until it just dropped down now. What I meant to do also today was to use that Tanuki trade bot to get me some more insights. Yeah, here we go. On the triple Q. So I want to regularly remind myself to take screenshots. I'm talking mainly around this. So here you can see on screen, Tanuki Trade offers this ability. So you can see here, this is what I'm talking about. So Tanuki offers this ability to look at the market through this view. This is similar to what Gexstream used to do. And I'm trying to understand whether this is going to give me the same insight that Gexstream does. So I'll just download that sucker. You know, IT guys got to make folders for everything. Right. Probably shouldn't have drank that much coffee before the stream. 10 minutes to go.
Oh, that CVD plummeted down with that previous green candle still on the 5 minute.
Yeah, how I read that CVD for the, I don't know if it is a one viewer, who knows, but how I read the CVD particularly is I've got to get swing points in in the market here. And so how do I determine what's a swing high and a swing low? Pretty simple. 3 candles of one color in a direction. Here you can see it went up 1 candle, 1 pullback, and then 3 greens. So this is now my swing high at this point over here. So we'll pop a little line over there. That's a swing high. Now I've got to get 3 reds in a row to get the swing low. Here it is. That's my swing low. We haven't had 3 candles in a row there for a swing high. So now I can start to collate. Right, price is dumping below. The swing low is here. So if we pop that on the CVD as well, we can see that price itself is actually pushed below where it is on the CVD. Sorry, the CVD is pushed below where price is actually. So CVD is a measure of market participant buys and sells.
Skew just changed to 1.5%.
Mine hasn't updated yet. Is it positive or negative?
Mine just
we can see
negative 1.5.
Yeah. It should be telling us.
It's saying the binary range is 599 to 610.
Yeah. Well, 600 is going to be the level always. It's been like that for a while.
Sure. Yeah. We've been stuck around here for months.
It's also the S&P sitting at that 7,000, or the ES rather.
What's your bias, bearish?
Today?
Short or bull?
I don't have a bias per se. I'm just waiting for that 20 minutes. This is kind of how I trade the opening, like kind of 2 hours. I'm just waiting for a 20-minute candle to pop above or below one of my POES levels. And then I've got a strategy for then entering on that, a pullback to that level. But when we drop down and things start to get a little bit less when things start to get a little less squirrely and things aren't flicking around so much, then I'll start to look for these sorts of things. And again, I'll flip in a moment's notice. I'm only looking for 40 points. I couldn't care less if this thing pumbles up all day. I just want 40 points. So I don't really have a bias. I'll stick on the side of the skew always, or as much as I can.
Yeah, well, the skew's pretty much 0. 1.5% is fucking nothing.
Yes, and it's a coin flip. Then things are going up as fast as they are coming down. And this is the first time since we've been using Tanuki on stream that we've had a skew like that.
That's why I called it out, because we haven't seen that before.
Yeah. Also, to answer your question a little bit better and kind of just get my understanding a bit better for today, I love those DEX levels. So here we can see the DEX level is struck out here on the 600. So what I'd like to see for a position is a pummel down to 600, which we already know off by heart, 24,700. So 24,700 would be round about where that wick is, maybe just a bit lower like here. I'd look for longs off of there for 40 points up.
Off of where, sorry?
So you can see here on that DEX level, we're at 600, and that is 24,700, but it changes day by day. So let's just quickly go and look at, why isn't this thing displaying? It should display. Maybe it's still calculating. Let's see on a smaller time frame. No, it's still not there. Don't know what's wrong with that. Dude, I need to go. Quick. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Always feels like a religious moment when you see so badly.
The 600 today is 599 is 24,640, so 40 points above that, so 24,680 would be 600 today. It's changed quite a bit.
Yeah, it's worked out at the open, and it's like a constant calculation that just keeps happening. There it is. What the hell? So silly. I just had to copy and paste it back in. But this is the best one. Yeah, you're right there. It says 690. You can do it per tick or per candle, but you'll see if I do it per tick, it's constantly just moving up and down. And that's because the Qs sit with triple digits, and then this is sitting with like 5 digits long. So it's a constant calculation that happens.
What indicator is that? Is that your conversion one you made?
No, I didn't make that conversion one. That is by some legend, and I'll have to big him up. But right now, just give me a moment, because we've got fucking Microsoft. Give me a moment here, because we might actually get a position. And what does my position look like today? For this is I want to see this thing pop up above here. Green candle. Just save that sucker. Save that's red. Save that green. Sorry, dude. I'll get better. There we go. Red and green.
Why are you apologizing to me?
I'm not. I'm apologizing to the viewers. The imaginary viewers that I have in my head. But a pop above here, and then the next candle starts there, comes down, makes a wick, and then pops back up. And in fact, today is going to be a crazy one. Where is the next POES level? The next POES level is going to be... Dude, that would be a juicy long. 180. Yeah. Tough 180 though. I wouldn't hold for that whole 180. I'd probably hold to that highest positive. And if it gets there, what are we? 25, 100. Gets that 25, 100. Then it'll be squeezing hard. Let's have a look here. So we're in positive gamma. Two things to keep in mind. Negative gamma, reduce your position size. Expect things to not respect the levels. But you can also then hold for a lot longer. In positive gamma, on the flip side though, keep your stops exactly where you normally do. And that's for me 40 points. So today is a 40-point day no matter what. Unless it pops all the way down to here, so 598, which is at 24,604. So at 24,604, I'll flip the way that I trade. But today, I'll keep my position size still smaller than normal. That's to do with the VIX, and I won't be holding all the way for these monster pivots. I'd rather just hold for quickies, so 40, maybe 80, something like that around there. But like yesterday, dude, I mean, and the day before, we got like 100 pointers. I got 300 or 400 pointers over the past couple of days, just because of that one rule. So today we won't be holding. This would be a decent short down to the daily POES. Check if Tanuki's got anything new going on. Yeah, that's 600 again. I like the long from 600. It has to drop all the way down. You see that 600 is not changed to 24,686 50. So that would be a decent long. And why would that be? I almost might snap by that 600 if it got down there, just because of the size of that DEX level. And then so you see it's nothing. It's a nothing burger on the GEX as well. Which gives me a little bit more confidence on that. We're in super positive momentum. Whoa. ISM came out. Whoa. Okay. This is just mixed bag. So difficult to trade this if you're a news trader. Price is paid. Obviously it didn't come in where they would like it to. but the ISM services came out good. 45. Let's see the PMI. Oh, we already had PMI. Yeah. So it might be a bull day. It's certainly in a bull mood at the moment. We're getting very close. Yeah, we got the new 20 minutes started. Pop back up. Can't short that really. It's in positive momentum, so you kind of just want to hold them so long as if you're in there. Pray that it breaks the highs. Why have I not got any of my market depth or anything at the moment? It's very strange. Very, very strange. So we've got 650 to make on one eval, 1 grand to make on another eval, and then we've got all our evals done. And I bought all of those for the stream. So from 10 we're on 7 at the moment, past 5, got 2 more, and we had to use the PA yesterday, which was actually a good thing. We chunked that sucker up a bit. So gave ourselves some breathing room and got closer to payout. Happy with that. Just open up some more trader baits here.
Yeah, a lot of contracts sitting here. 24,990, 2,500, 25.10.
Yeah. Where's 610? What did you say? 25?
2,500, 25.10,
Yeah.
24,990. It's all just stacked up there. Nice pullback to this 24,930 GEX level. What's the time? 2 on the hour. This T2 to T1 might be the range for a while.
Yeah. I agree on that. So we got a range at the moment, and this does play out to kind of normal pattern for positive gamma. Just range plays.
100%.
So I'll be looking for range plays. I just need the price to calm down a bit, and then I can start looking for 1 minute on the triple Q. I only trade the triple Q, but I trade prop accounts, so I take the triple Q and I infer all the levels back onto the futures, the NQ. Between 20 and 50% of the market movement is based on the options, and the NQ is the tail and the triple Q is the dog. So this thing gets wagged by this guy. There's an algorithm, a literal algorithm, that keeps these two in line. Obviously you could trade this individually and separately to this, but the further they get out of whack, the quicker those pullbacks will get, so that they'll get back in line. There's companies' whole jobs just to keep that shit together, so they're arbitraging these two constantly. VIX data is pending, so we're not getting live data on the VIX at the moment. That's a bit weird. Whole VIX is decreasing, so volatility is coming a bit down. Yo, Amazon at the top, bro. This thing is squeezing hard. That is a positive mood. Wider markets. Oh, those treasuries getting freaking smashed down. Inverse relationship between treasuries and the interest paid on those. So people are piling, or sorry, the interest rate must be climbing as these things dip down. dollar. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Why do I say yeah, boy? Because I keep most of my money in USDT. And USDT is backed by the dollar. Keep those thieving hands off my money. Okay, getting some love here. Let's see, can we get a pop art? Where do the 20s look? So butchers here. Okay, so we've got 13 minutes to go on this guy. What is, in fact, it doesn't matter what the M30 looks like at the moment. Nothing to do, nothing to say, except waiting for that money. Finally, that CVD. You see, but even though that CVD is now broken through that swing we identified earlier, it's nowhere near where price is. So what this shows is that price is going up deliberately with limit orders, and the market is not following through on that. So this is like a, is it absorption? I think it's absorption. That's the term for it. Woohooey. Breakouts. Do you bet on the breakout? I never bet on the breakout.
We don't trade those.
I don't bet on the breakout. I bet on it staying exactly where it flipping is, because the more times you do that, you'll actually take more profit than you will trying to catch it. You will lose more trying to catch it. That's just naturally, if you do any back testing of any amount, you will see it's better to stay in a range. As far as the trades go, sure, you're going to lose this one if it pops back up, but you could have doomed. Let's just get these lines off here because it's not my trading lines. Good. Let's see that follow through on the volume. We're seeing some of that follow through on the volume. What's Tanuki looking like? Let's have a look and copy some of those new levels out. I can see the call resistance has now moved significantly up, so we're in this green zone should pop back up. Yep, there you go. So now our green zone has moved significantly more higher. I'm also going to go take a screenshot of that GEX spot. You can see on that GEX bot as just trying to think of a way that I can show you this without showing my whole screen. Fuck it, whatever. But you can check here. You see how in the beginning of my first one that I opened this morning, you can see here that there was a lot of peeps trying to hedge down below here. So here 595, you can see there's a big level over there, and as price started to move up, so those market participants are reducing and they're adding more, so they're basically hedging now up above. So they were thinking that it's going to come down here, and as the price started to push up, they reduce these positions here and they start adding options levels above here to hedge all of that. So this is similar to Gexstream. The thing with Gexstream that was so cool is allegedly gave us dealer positioning, which is impossible, but it was cool. Here we go. So we've broken now above that swing on the CVD. The market now loves it, and I bet it's squeezing. No, not yet. Some news selling, saying.
Right. Sniped that little 25-point fucking drop there. Hello? Tony.
Sorry, I had someone come into my my room there. Tell me to get the fuck out of here.
I just sniped the top of that.
Did you?
Down to 24,967. Literally
Nice,
top of the candle to the bottom of the wick.
Good job. I thought I heard something in the background there. I certainly would not want to try and short this, bro. This thing is all the signs.
No, I saw that. I saw
one.
that building up when I saw a thing on book maps there and shot down and grabbed it.
Yeah, you still use the book map. You should actually stream that screen. I'm not a big fan of those book maps, just because it's just too much information. I'm already looking at so much information. I just don't want it anymore.
Yeah,
oil inventories. Holy moly. Is that not going to be one of the most important oil inventories of the year so far? Dang. Massive impacts. Okay, so we're at this second call wall here. We're not at the big call resistance, but we are at a call wall of some note here. Let's have a look a little bit better here. This is pretty difficult to understand when you first look at it, but
this is that 2500 with all those stack levels up to 2510. It just wicked it. Exactly what I saw on book maps.
Nice. But yeah, this does look confusing on the chart view when you initially look at it, but pretty simple. You've got the CT. Whoa, look at that. Whole market changed. Okay, let's see what happens if we go now. This market is now starting to get super
pumping.
Yeah, everything's starting to get super bull. What's going on here? Amazon topping out, but it should because it's right at the top of its call resistance. Tesla, nothing burger. Google, nothing burger. Yeah, you see the breakout of the top 10. Yeah, that's the breakout of the top 10 right there. So this is a aggregate of the Nasdaq top 10. That's how I get it. You can just use plus symboling in TradingView. And so this is just taking an aggregate of all of them and then overlaying our push levels onto it. See how it bounced off that weekly push a couple of times? Volatility in decline, VIX in decline. What's gold doing? Holding a little bit. Nice pullback. Oh, you got your 40 points right there if you caught that pullback. Net DEX again, 605. It's moved up now.
CBD didn't break lows on that candle, previous candle, in the 1 minute on Qs, obviously.
We have like 4 minutes. Yeah, 4 minutes left on a 20. So here is a position for me to start opening up. Let me just start preparing for that. And then I also want to just get the charts right there. So I go to every symbol. Thank you, Tanuki. This green should pile up now. Not too much. Okay, nothing changed there. Tough long, but it's an EST trade for me. Every single time. Because of the VIX, I have to, according to my rules, widen that stop a little bit. So 50 points on that stop. What does my take profit look like if we do get it? Let's just have a little look over here. My inferred levels, so that would be my take profit there. So 180 points, but I'll have to break through some of those major call walls, which I won't attempt. So we'll just kind of take it at 130. Looking pretty, looking pretty. Some entry patterns to look for here. You see this low volume on the buy. When we're in positive gamma, I don't put any emphasis on the volume there. What I do look for rather is red low volume. So a low volume pullback to 606, which is down here. Let's have a look here. 606 pullback. It's like down here. I'll look for any weak buy, any weak sell, sorry. And 1.2 all the way up to there. Okay, we're getting what we would look for. 2 minutes left. That's kind of where the position is today. Double verify and validate. That's actually higher than there, but like I said, I'm only going there, so that's fine. Right. Stay up. Stay up. Stay up. Is the Trump pump going on? When is Trump talking? He's got a phone interview. I won't be here for that. That's cool. We are sitting in extreme fear in the crypto market. What? That makes no sense. Bitcoin at 72K and we're sitting at extreme fear. That makes absolutely no sense. Uh-oh, Turkey summons the Iranian ambassador on the missile incident. Iran to allow some army veterans to fight if needed. Because that's all that's fucking left, bro. Here we go. Alright. Let's not get into politics, but 24,961. I'm going to 963. I'm going to pop a buy limit there.
We're at 24.
961.
Right, yeah.
963. Let's get to my.
What time are you heading out?
It's like 2 hours after. 2 hours or so. Because we're sitting at or with these Apex evals, I have to reduce a little bit of risk. So normally I'd go 50 points. I go 4 micros, and that should get us roughly 7 to 8, maybe $1,000 on that long if it does work out. Monster pop up though, sucks to see it. Love to see it like just a touchdown. Oh, the market has moved slightly. Look where I put supports now coming down to. It's not stacking, so that's good. Let's have a little look here. Yeah, look at that. The DEX is right where I want it to be, 605. Okay, this is freaking nice. Yeah, I'm there, 24.6. So we have open 6.3. So we actually got a position today early, which is pretty cool. buy limit set, and my stop loss is 10, 9, 10. There we go. All right. So we got.
When did you say you're leaving? Sorry.
Well, it's like normal, like 2 hours, 2.5 hours off.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Open, yeah. Depends. I mean, if we're getting money, we're not going anywhere. But now's a good time to look for. Look at this, just positive, 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 positive. I mean, this thing's got to be squeezing at the moment. Nah, still not.
Up to that 610 on the Qs, bro.
Oh, it's got to pop over. My bad. It's got to pop over 609 to be squeezing. Okay. So anything over 609 is going to be in a gamma squeeze. And if you don't know what a gamma squeeze is, it's
over 610. That's your core resistance wall.
That's it. That's it. So anything over 610, it's going to be squeezing, and that just becomes like an infinite loop of buying. Any pullback gets bought up. Any dips get bought up. Anything like that. And it's not because people are positive. It's structurally the way that these huge hedge funds and massive market participants with the options levels need to play in order to hedge their positions. We didn't get that waterfall, which everyone's been talking about. Of course, when everyone's talking about something, it's never going to happen. Whenever Canada's people talk, it's the same as like the UK's people talk. Like, who cares, bro? Who cares? If you trade oil, I suppose you should be looking at the Canadian stuff, but
let's go to the toilet.
Do your thing, do your thing. This thing's gonna have to dump down to 606, so that's gonna be like 120 points. And like one question that new peeps will always ask is, if you're trying to take a long from here, why aren't you shorting into that long? Problem is always the same, is you just don't know what it's going to take to get there. Could pop, could drop, could pop, could drop. I can say that you're likely going to have somewhere like there being a nice little shorty short, but again, I don't take those. I don't take those specifically because you don't know what that pop looks like. Could be like a 20, 30, 40 point pop. Could jump all the way up to 611 over here. I keep my stops at around one strike distance, which is 40 points on the Qs, 40 points on the NQ, and that's 1 point difference on the Q. So every 1 point difference from 609 to 610, you see the 1.0, that's 40 points. And of course I got a phone call coming in. Okay, as anticipated, we're getting a little resistance here right at the top. Here would be, you could kind of think about the fact that if we start to see reductions in the buy vol, so this buy volume is doing exactly what I'd want to if I wanted to take a short. The problem is we're so close to a squeeze. So it pops over 610 and this thing's just going to keep going over here. Every little dip's going to keep getting bought up, getting bought up, getting bought up, getting bought up. Not the volume you want to see either if you're scalping. CVD's broken properly out. Yeah. So where's our last pullbacks? Where's like a swing low? An easy way for me just to kind of gauge where swings are is 3 candles in one direction. At the moment we haven't had 3 reds in a row, so there is no swing low, so I can't really relate it back to the CVD at the moment. I'll have to see 3 reds over here, and then we can kind of start to make a picture or build a narrative around that. I've still got longs from 24,965, which is just over here. And why would I have longs there? Because this is my strategy, and my strategy dictates, in fact, let's look at the half an hour as well. Yeah, so even for the M30 typical POES, which is an entry pattern that I have or I use, this needs to come back down, tap it, and then continue up here. It's massive, massive candle. We've got the oil inventories coming out soon as well. Yeah, 4 minutes oil inventories come out. So this thing needs to dump. Maybe that oil news will like rip it down. Hopefully we can get something like that. We are firmly at that core resistance now. So anything above this is going to start to squeeze hard, and every dip will be bought up probably for the rest of the day until the man himself, Donald J. Trump, starts talking. And that's always one of my favorite times to be trading. Love trading Trump. Yesterday we caught a banger with some of the talk. Look at this, the squeeze. Look at the squeeze. Squeezing like an X, holding on to you before you say no thank you.
Yes, it's not right.
Love.
Again, the market just makes up everything I lost.
Yep. Well, what is the ES? Is the ES popped over
look at the
7,000?
stock market.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Oh, Trump. Yeah.
Are we over 6,000 on the ES? Sorry, 7,000 on the ES? No, we are not. So I wouldn't actually consider us to be in any sort of bull market or continual bull market like we've been having for the last like 12 years or something, until we break key levels. So anything 6870, I think it's 6770 and 7,000. That's kind of the range that the ES is staying in. ES is not really a proxy for the NQ. Obviously there's different, it's weighted not weighted differently, but it has different sectors. That's the word I'm looking for. Different sectors. This is more technology, a little bit of medical, but the ES is more like a broader 500 different stocks from a variety of sectors, and that's generally a broad look at America. Still wouldn't short from here. Sucks to say that I wouldn't short from here. Gotta see some real scalpy.
Yeah, yes, bro. That CBD is just a fucking hill, straight up.
Yeah, bro. It looks like a. I was about to say a bad joke about Iran, but I'm not. It's like a staircase, been blown up. But no, I don't want to laugh at other people's misfortunes. It's just terrible. The POES levels are taking us all the way up to 26. Yeah, I mean, if we pop up to 2600, it would suck terribly, because I wouldn't be able to get back into this until I see some sort of retracement, a notable retracement. I'm full bull at the moment, licking my lips, counting that money already. But yes, bro, that's the Hulk cock. Look at that thing. That is a Hulk cock of notes, bro. Your 200 point candle. Dang. Hate to see it. Could pop down to 610. You could look for scalps back up, so maybe like weak pullbacks. It's kind of too high to buy.
200 point candle.
Yeah.
Or run.
No, on the 30 minutes, a 200 point 30 minute candle, bro. Yeah, that thing is a fucking monster. For me, it's almost the position there. If it popped over this, as high as it is, I'd have to buy that. That's my EST trade. My next EST trade, so my EST is just
in 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. My next EST trade is every single time. I'd have to see this dude form red, like this. Template red. I'd have to see this guy form red there. Then the next one. So this would be my confirmation candle, and then my next candle might come all the way down to there, but that's not what I'd look for. I'd look for that wick to come like this and just tap.
Levels are building up on Tanuki Trades net gex at like it's just started expanding then at 614, 615.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. I got to check that bot out. Hold on 1 second.
So here's a bit of a pullback coming. Pay attention. Well, there was.
Be very careful to sell this.
Just a rocket ship.
Yeah. Bro.
No, I'm saying the pullback for long. 25,150 on book maps just slid up again.
I should take another screen dump on this dude.
You need a decent pullback before anything happens.
Let's see how the market has changed. Oh, look at this. Okay, cool. So the market is changing up significantly. The reason why I care about this right now is this is how the day started off. You can see those levels there. It's 595, quite stacked out on GEX side of things. And the next one we took like half an hour or so later, you can see those reductions. So as people start to believe that this market is not coming back down, they're starting to add more long options there. And then right now, right meow, nobody thinks that this coming down to 595 anymore. Some dumbasses still holding on to their positions there, but generally, yeah, everyone's now looking 616. Open interest now starting to pile up there at the 616s. And the DEX again is exactly where my entry is. I have not removed my entry. I might try and catch a scalpy scalp for a short, but it's a very tough short.
Short?
Yeah, because we're right at the top here.
Just talking it, we're not shorting it.
No. When I say I'm not shorting it, I'm not like I'm never one way or the other. I'm a scalper. I'm only trading for 2 hours a day, so I'm catching whatever I can. As soon as I get out of this like vicious like opening kind of few candles here, when things start to like peter out and this volume starts to make more sense to me, then I can look for like this big. This is a pattern I love to trade. I love to trade it now. It's just tough. It's not enough points down. 610. Yeah, it's not enough points down at the moment. It's only 20 points down. But massive sell volume, small buy. Big sell volume, and how do I know it's big? What's big and what's small? All I'm basically looking for is my average here. So if we get another like buy that pops up with terrible volume over here, it might be a good reason to jump into a small, quick stops over the candle high type thing. A Don Vo trade, if anyone knows that legendary guy. Old school. Or a Wix 9. Wix 9 likes that sort of stuff, but they don't look at volume as much as I do. They look at candle patterns, whereas I don't actually believe in candle patterns, because candle patterns are really just a fucking time frame and where it started and it opened. Maybe a Wix, like these long wicks, can kind of give you an idea, but they can hide this candle patterns quite easily.
That I'll just refresh that thing again. It's faded out heaps down the bottom compared to what you just showed 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's gonna, because again, like this is the mark. This is why I don't have like a bias.
So why can't we see
day.
that live somewhere? Or is that's NetGex apparently, but it shows it completely differently.
Yeah, no, it's the bot that they have. Apparently, it's on here. You can set this up in a way that kind of shows you that. I've played around enough to try and figure it out, but it just doesn't. For me, it doesn't hold up. Skew. What's the skew looking at? Okay, skew is just flat. Okay, cool. Skew is flat. So as anticipated, you saw that little pullback and just down to the 610. This could be a nice, you know, long if you're into it. Again, I'm keeping patient. If I don't get a trade today, I don't get a trade today. I'll come back tomorrow. But right now we're frothing, literally frothing. I know guys like Matt at Rocket Scooter, they probably long that open. Maybe they got fucked on that pullback. But if you had stayed in it, what was that pullback like? Jeez. 3.5, so that's 4,812. It's like a 150 point pullback. Yeah, that would have taken a lot of people out. Unfortunately, my long still sits down here. Yeah, you can see my long still sits down here. As I said, it's got to form that red candle. And if it does, the next one that pops up touches that with a wick, that would be my short all the way back down here. So that's one position that I might have. That's 180 points, and I'd be far more inclined not to try and get the 180 points. Reason being is I play positive gamma environments differently to I play negative gamma environments. Negative gamma,
Bro, it is 100% the same thing.
What?
I'm just looking at it now. It's 100% net gex. It's the same as the net gex we got there. It's just on a different axis.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same though.
Cool. But just to kind
So
of round
net
off that.
OI, net, I've set it up exactly the way they got it there.
Good man. Good man. Show me that after stream. Let's get that set up nicely. Because that actually reminds me a lot of Gex stream. Except you don't have that buy and the sold portion of it, which is what Gex stream did.
Oh, just go back to your normal Gex live, and that's exactly how it's laid out there.
Yeah, we'll do. 2 minutes to go. My levels are changing because of the way that I've written my script. The 20-minute opens on a different part of the day, which is why that level's out there. But funny how it just touched our POES level and rejected. Our POES level there, it just touched and rejected. Nothing there to actually like sync it up with the gamma. So again, I don't know why our levels work so perfectly. They worked out at pre-market on the Qs. So I have a pre-market indicator, and then what I do is I just infer those levels back to the NQ because I trade the NQ because fuck, I love prop accounts, dude. It's a cool way to manage risk. I used to trade my own money. Jeez, dude. Talk about pressure. Yo, dude, when you see your own physical money like minus 1,000, it's just, it hurts, dude. All pullbacks are going to be bought up at this stage. That's one thing I do know. Unless they bomb America itself. And then, of course... Okay, well, we did get that crude oil coming through. Way higher. So, a lot of excess oil in the system, which means it's going to be slightly cheaper for Americans to buy, or American companies to buy. That's at least how I interpret that. Playing out to perfection. Still going to be looking at that DEX level, the DEX, slightly different to the GEX. DEX levels are kind of touch and go levels. So 606, this is kind of what I wanted to see. I've still got my long open 24,963. That's down here. I'm probably stupid, but whatever. That's just how I've been back testing. 14 seconds on that 20 minutes. So this position becomes invalid soon enough. The M30 setting up for a short. Excuse me. Those zins kicking my ass. Yeah, this is the reason for the pump. People just know that America's just gonna. I mean, the B-52 bombers are being brought in and all types of shit, dude. They killed like 3 levels of fucking army and stuff like that. So people are thinking this isn't gonna last that long. Plus, of course, Iran was once a Western country. The people there mostly don't want what they got.
Yeah.
So I do think that it's a slightly different war to like Afghanistan or something. Yeah, you see, I told you, Romano, your mic needs to come down, bro. You are cock loud, bro. Thank you very much.
Really?
Appreciate you, G-Dog. Yeah, I could hear it as well. I could see it on the level. Thank you again, our number 1 legendary subby. Okay, so the M30 setting up nicely here. We've got, actually no, 18 minutes, so still time to wait. Nothing for me to do. Could have caught that that top, and it would have been an easy top to call. The problem is, like I said earlier, you can call that top, but you don't know where that top is going to top out. So here is kind of where I said earlier, where that top was. Where's that liquidity?
And that T3, that was a golden pivot.
The golden pivot again. The T3 was the golden exit. That used to be how we traded it. So we bought the gamma in. But a pop-up here with weak buy volume could spot. The thing is, I just don't know what that pop's going to look like. And in this case, that would have almost probably taken me out. So I can't do that anymore. Old me jumps in. New me does not.
It's, yeah.
42, we've had the new 20-minute open. So this is setting up again.
Unfortunate L last night, so but I'm not revenge trading. I have had one little scalp and everything else has just been noise for me for now. There is no more revenge trading.
Nah, bro. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. It works some days. It works some days. But you can't repeat it.
2 more Apex accounts just while the sale, I don't know when the sale ends. So I was like, fuck it. So I've got 6 accounts that I can trade between now.
What sale are you talking about? Do they have a 90% off sale?
Bro, it's like $26 an account at the moment.
Is that for those non-intraday accounts?
Yeah, that's for
Shut
the
your
end-of-day
dirty, lying mouth.
Bro, they're under $30 at the moment.
Shut the front door.
I paid like 45 Aussie dollars today for one account. I paid $90 for 2 accounts.
Dirty, whorish mouth.
I thought you were all over them. Sorry, bro.
I saw them at 190 something. I was like, nah.
Nah, type in save now in the coupon code.
Let me see. What's that coupon code? Is it
Save
Big Dick
now.
Traders? Oh, now. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. It's Puss. It's type code Puss, brother.
Can I get a hoot hoot? All right, let's see. I'll add my credit card to the system. And that coupon code was now, you said.
Save now.
Save now, he says.
It's the bloody accent, mate.
Yeah, my bad.
Save now.
$20 for the new Apex accounts. That
Both accounts are the same price, so you could choose
EOD.
either or.
Huh? And is it one day pass?
It's 1 day pass still, bro. Yeah.
Bro. Okay, cool,
100%,
cool, cool, cool,
100%, 100%. I've checked all that.
What are their activations like? I don't know if they've got those.
$99.
Okay. So it's, activation's not cheap, but
No, but the account's that cheap at the end of the day. Is you're paying a similar price, but you're not paying, the way I see it now, because it's end of day. Like, I'll stick with Apex if this is the fucking one, because now you're paying $30 an account to maybe pass instead of $100 to maybe pass.
130 total though, so you always got to look at total.
No, but listen to what I'm saying. If you fail the account, it's only cost you $30. Where if you get another account from another company, it's $100 off the mark. So even if you fail, it's still $100. So at least here, if you fail, it's cheaper. If you pass, it's normal price.
Yeah. I get it.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't have that end of day or that trailing drawdown bullshit anymore. And they've said on their front page that they're not denying payouts anymore. So they used to have issues with that apparently. So
out of all the companies, that's still the one that I haven't taken a payout from. And that's kind of why I got them, just because of that 90% sale.
Yeah, and then you go to Vendetta with that other one. So
yeah, I got a Vendetta with Take Profit Trading. Man, I got a Vendetta. Those fucking guys, bro. So with Take Profit Trader, I mean, everyone probably knows this, but I didn't, is that they catch you on that subscription renewal. And what I had assumed was if they renew, you renew a new account. But so like one of my, hold on one second. yeah, like I was saying, if you renew it, I expect the new account. But I had an account that was like close to max drawdown. I think it was the one that I actually got up pretty high the other day. But the point here is, if you're even $1 from max drawdown and that renewal kicks in, you don't get the new account. You don't get a whole new account. You're paying the 119 for $1 drawdown. That's basically what happened, and I was pissed when I found that out. And of course, when you go to their customer services or whatever, they go and they've got it. They've obviously shared the screenshot around the whole call center, because they show you, oh well, you click that, it's going to automatically renew. And again, it's my fault, but still, like, fuck it, bro. That's pretty rough, bro. 119, you effectively paid 240 for like $200 drawdown, so like a 1-to-1, which is ridiculous. Anyway, is what it is.
Like nice
let's just
long building up here.
Yeah. There was no long, unfortunately for me, on the scalp here, because there's no reduction in the sell volume. I need to see that heavy reduction in sell volume. My next short is the close of this candle, which is when 10 minutes. So the close of this candle can get me a short from here, 25,144. I've still got a long sitting at 24,6,325, 24,963.25. But this needs to come down quite a bit still to touch me in. Much prefer this long than that short, but both of them are every single time trades for me. have we got? I love this piece of news. U.S. forces have struck or sunk to the bottom of the ocean more than 20 ships. Well, it's not like they're going to float to half of the bottom. It's like, what the fuck? Trump wrote that. Exactly. That's a Trump statement right there. We struck them to the bottom of the ocean.
100%. I just took his direct words.
You could look. Well,
it's kind of funny, my bro.
Yes. I'm just waiting for some news from China. China. We want to see what China's reaction is, because of course the Strait of Hormuz is like 60. I don't know, it was like 40 or 60% of their oil production.
China said that they got asked in an interview or some shit, you know, like what they think, something about American stocks, and he was like, no, we don't care about American stocks.
Nah. There's a big, I mean, that's a big fuck up waiting to play out here, and this is kind of a big point for why they're printing so hard at the moment. Is China up until 2008, I don't know, it was like 2020, maybe it was even before that, they were the biggest buyers of US debt besides Japan. And then, because basically to sell into America, you trade your goods into America. America gives you dollars for that, and then you buy treasuries, US treasuries, to put that money so that you can make more money off of it. So you get the interest rate of that money. And what they stopped doing was taking that money that they got back from America and buying treasuries, and then they started to create their own little ecosystem, and that's where BRICS comes from. So this is the Silk Road Initiative. This is the difference between the International Monetary Fund and then China's like own little international bank that they're running. So all of these smaller countries, and I know this from experience in South Africa, they went to South Africa and they said to them, you know what, you guys need loans, don't go to the IMF, come to us and get those loans. And then what we'll do with those loans is we'll just do a little stipulation that if you don't pay it back, you have to start giving us free trade and everything else like that. Now that is a pattern that America has used forever. This is why Jamaica looks like it does. This is why a lot of countries look the way they do, because America did that to them before. And there's a great documentary and a book called Economic Hitmen about that. I love that book. It's such a good book. But this is what China's been doing. So they've now not been buying the treasuries, and so America constantly needs those treasuries to be bought up, you know, to kind of keep their country alive and stuff like that, have fresh money coming in. And so that money's dried up. And so the war now between China and America doesn't have to be physical. And a lot of the time they can just dump as much as they want to like fight America in that way. So this is like the coldest of cold wars going on. Just checking out this little rippy. How much is that? Let's just check. This is a good scalp coming up here for me. You can see someone's trying to sell here. So pop up to the highest gex. Might be a short sell down. What is that? 25 100. What are we looking like on Tanuki? Let's just swap this over to the NQ quickly so we can get our converted price lines. 900. It's fuck all here for me, man. Hour and a half into stream. Got like I've got like half an hour left. Then I've got to turn back from a trader into a family man.
Yep.
That short is looking better. 25 138.50. It's actually 25 138.
What's extreme? this is still loaded up on Gex.
Yo, bro, that's the out of all the jobs in the world, to be the Iranian ambassador must be the arse end of the deal. Yes, dude. I don't know if you ever heard him speak, bro. He just fucking stands strong, bro. That guy just stands strong. I don't understand, man. They killed like fucking shitloads of their own people, bro. How do these people sleep at night, man? Just need some love, dude. Just need more love. Not dirty love, but like love.
Short coming up, eh?
Well, you know, in 3 minutes, if this does pop back over here, we're catching that guy back up, and I'd prefer to be long. Just with the environment, and that's, I mean, we're stacking up net volume all the way up to 25,300. So that lines up perfectly with what I would want to see. You'd take some heat, because once it gets over here, it's squeezing, but it's like it's flicky flackying because it's so high. Let's hope it pops up. Let's really hope the next 3 minutes this thing pops up.
Oh, those Gex levels changed, bro. Look at Gex stream.
Yeah.
Tanuki.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, those dudes are... Let's just take a screenshot quickly of that Gex spot. Right, yeah, we have completely emptied out down below. So, I mean, 595 was so stacked earlier. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing down below anymore. I mean, the beginning of the day we looked like that. You see where the market was kind of looking. Look at that open interest. So outstanding contracts, massive down there, all the way to right now. Still got those contracts open, but those people are fucking shimmying away, bro. They're starting to pop. What's it calls? Higher now. So market is structurally suited to be 149 to be long. That's why I don't want to take this short. I fucking have to though if it does. Oh, please don't. please don't make me go take long. I mean shorts. No news except for Trump. He's not going to save my ass today because he's speaking in a couple of hours. So I'm officially taking off my limit orders. They're all gone now. I mean, technically speaking, on my back test, I wouldn't have really taken this just because of that gap. That there is there. It's not that big of a gap, but there's a gap. I like to see that like hug the pivot. But again, why would our levels work so well? Why do our levels work so well? I have no idea. It's a mathematical calculation that I do in the morning pre-market. I wrote this indicator for, and it just seems to hold the fort every single time. Please pop. That's CDD is. It's looking like shorty. It is looking shorty. I'm gonna have to short this. Fuck. Okay, 25 1 4 25 1 for 6. Fucking at the highs, bro. In a fucking positive gamma environment. Son of a bitch. Okay, so I've got my short set. 25 186. Such a reluctant trader. Fucking hell, bro. Great. Really?
Look at the one. Oh no, look at the one on the queues. This is looking more long.
I know it's looking long. I'm not doubting you on that. I'm really not doubting you on that. I promise you I'm not doubting you on that. It's really looking long. I didn't want to set that limit, but again, it's all down to my back testing. My back testing, I don't like.
If this candle flips, I'll join you. Or the next candle flips.
No, I mean, again, it's just down to back testing. When you back test, you don't take into consideration anything. You don't take into consideration what the gamma looks like, because you can't. It's hard to. And I have been almost tapped in. Almost tapped in. I'm actually at 147, which is there. So I'm tapped. I'll be tapped in very soon. There, I'm tapped in now. Okay, so very reluctant long, but again, like back testing is what I've done. Sorry, short. My short is now tapped in. Because we're in a positive gamma environment, I don't need to move my stops any higher than one strike distance. So 188 is there. Don't want to be long. Really don't want to be long. Short. I keep saying long, my bad. I want to be long, but I am short.
Actually in a long there?
No, I'm in a short. I'm in a short.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you can see on the screen. It should be on the screen, my position now. It should show -4. So the only thing I can really do there is just like manage my size. And so my size of that has been reduced heavily. Normally I'm taking 10 micros. Here I'm taking 10 or 1 mini, 10 micros. Here I'm taking 4 micros for that. What does my take profit look like? Take profit in terms of back testing is all the way down there. If we get that, it'll be crazy. I don't see that happening though. Got so many levels in here. Plus we're in a positive gamma environment, which means you're generally not going to get things moving that much. They're going to be like boom, board up, boom, board up, boom, board up. Only thing that's kind of going for me here is I'm at the call resistance. We've popped out of that call resistance. We keep hammering up. We don't have a bottom wick on that 30 though, so that's like a little bit cool. Maybe I'll just take a 1-to-1 just to satisfy the itch. Maybe down to that if it does, but again, I fully anticipate this to continue up. I'm not doubting anyone here. But if I don't take that, then I just like kind of waste my time back testing the hours and the hours and the hours that I have previously to do this. Thank goodness we're only 2 viewers.
I think that's you and me.
I think that's you. Well, I'm not on, so it's our top fan, I think.
Your mate.
Yeah, our mate. So 25,150. Static stop loss at 25,186.75. Yeah, we are synced up on everything. Honestly, I would have wished that 30-minute pulled above so I could catch that long. The only thing that's kind of going for me is that we're so extended right now. And are we squeezing is the oh, fuck's sakes. Yeah, we're squeezing. Fuck. But every single time is every single time. I think down to 25,100 would get me my 40 points. 25,100's a better 1-to-1 here. It's good. I'll take 25,100 if I get it. I'm not going to have big balls today because we're squeezing. We're in a positive squeeze here. So this becomes a cyclical buying environment. Every dip gets bought up because again, it's structured that way from the options perspective, and the way that the markets hedge themselves and all types of stuff like that. What the hell? Russian gas tanker sank near Libya's coast. Explosions on a fire. What? Why is Russia losing vessels? That would be so funny. Oh shit! Check at that. Are we gonna?
What's your TP on?
25-100. So if this pops down in single candles like this, I'm probably gonna try and just ride it down. Candle highs, candle highs, candle highs, candle highs. What's the CVD doing? Not much. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick with that. Because we're positive squeezing, I don't normally break even, but I am going to go to break well, I won't. I'll just go over the top of these candles because again, the market is structured to rather continue to go up, and I prefer to take lesser losses here. I was reluctant to get into it in the first place, and I'm happy with the smaller position size loss than I am with the monster fucking potential there. As you can see, every dip is being bought up heavily, heavily, as anticipated, as thought, and as planned. Because this is an eval, I won't break even. I'll just keep it at 25-170. So let's just move that down so peeps can see. I am over there. My position should be there. How long do I have before I have to go? I have to go pretty soon. But every single dip is going to be bought up, so it's going to be a painful position to hold. It'll just drag down. If it does go down, it'll be like boom, up, boom, up, boom, up.
Yeah, I took a little 15-point scalp on that. I actually took that on 4 accounts.
Nice one, brother. Nice one, brother. We are getting flickies. We do like flickies. We do like flickies. Don't like that volume though. That volume should show reduced by bigger sell. Reduced by bigger sell. CVD. Where's the swings? Okay, so CVD is like kind of cool. It's looking kind of cool. We didn't bust out of that like we did on the price, which is kiff. Let's just see if we take this. This will be a nice. If we do, even with the small little win, like everything in life, chipping away, slow and steady wins the race, huh?
Are you still in that position?
Yeah, boy. Still in that. Wasn't a scalp for me. That was an M30 typical push. So wasn't a scalp. There was nothing on that volume to read me to get into a scalp. Here is where I am. There is where I should be. 24,960. I didn't get those monster drops that would have made me trail heavily. And we are in a positive squeeze right now. So structured to continue up. But we are pretty close to... No, we don't excuse you. Hammer shooting star on the 30 is usually followed by a down. Yeah. Hey, look, again, I don't read candle patterns. I don't think that there's any fucking validity to candle patterns. And why do I say that? Because somebody is using broker A, and broker A's candles actually close different to broker B's candles. It's just a fact. I actually got into futures trading because of that. Because instead of having to rely on CFD brokers all producing their own charts and stuff like that. Oh, this is nice. I'm going to just move my TP down and hopefully I don't regret that decision. But if it pops below the 25-100, I will trail it. But again, the market is structured to pop down and then continue up, and pop down and continue up, and pop down and continue up. The only thing on my side today was the fact that we are so stretched on price. right now. But we are in a positive squeeze. Okay, so time to start thinking about position management. Only 6 points in it, so because of the positive squeeze, I'm going to trail my stops over the top. Let's just see. Come on, man. So this thing can pop down red, and we'll wait for that top wick on the next candle and then go below. So we are almost there. 25.104 on my broker, or the CME rather. That was actually the reason why I got into futures, because the CME. I'll go right over the top of that pop there. So here we are at the top of this candle. 25.106 is my final position. We are almost at the 100s there. It's probably going to pop back up. I'll kick the 100. I am at the 100 and I'm out. So I got exactly what I wanted. Got exactly what I wanted.
Nice,
Again,
nice
your position should... Yeah, no worries, man. Appreciate that. Again, you should, based on my back testing, be holding all the way down to 25.960. Couple of reasons why I won't do that, because I'm a father and I have to take my kids to fucking swimming is the main reason. Oh shit, I gotta buy on... Fuck, okay. Woo! Sheesh! Sheesh! I had my... exit still there, but yeah, so that was it for me for the day. Let's how do I show this on stream? If I just do that, I can't just paste that on screen, can I? No, fuck. Notepad. Does this thing paste on Notepad? No, it does not. I don't know how to paste that on Notepad, but we took a 369. We took a 369 dub there. So, and again, we also got some insight from our favorite fan in the world, and I'm a big fan of his. Just to add that. And he was saying that the hammer shooting star on the 30-minute is usually followed by a down. And look at how my boys played out there. You know what? You are absolutely right. Unfortunately, I don't follow candle patterns. But I do follow the typical POES methodology. And the typical POES methodology says that you should have held all the way down. But my little icky balls today, coupled with my being a father, I have to go. So that will be me for the stream now. Do you want me to leave it on for you, Flubbed?
No,
Flubb's
I'm gonna fuck off as well. I am $978 up for the day.
Is that on all accounts or cumulative?
Cumulative.
Ah, beautiful. Good job. Good job. Good job. So we got one position today. W strat, W hold. Again, if you're taking anything which you can't repeat day after day after day after day, stop doing it. If you're doing things based on your intuition, stop doing it. Back test the shit out of something so that it's repeatable and that you can come back tomorrow and do exactly the same thing again. Why is that important? Because you'll never know what you're fucking up on if you don't do that. It took me 2 years to figure that out. But I promise you, once you figure out that you are not here to predict things, you are here to manage risk, you will become profitable. There's no secret to this shit. The only secret thing that I have to offer you is my levels. That's it. That's it. I have my secret levels to offer you, and I will not tell you how I do it. Because it took Flubbed and I a long time to figure these out. And without the help of Flubbed, I would have never figured them out. So thank you very much as usual to my main man, my homie, and my Aussie brother, along with my other
I'm not Aussie,
Cape
bro.
Town. No, you're not Aussie. We're all from Cape Town here, including the legend himself, Mr. Vos. Away. Look after yourselves, homies. Much love. And yeah, we'll speak to you guys soon. Oopsie. There you go. We're not pausing. We're ending.